All right. It's your boy Insight. So here I am. This is my fifth of these shows. I keep turning them out. It seems happening way more often than I thought. But you guys bring me the clips and I put them out there. So that's how it's gonna go, everybody. Today I got my Point Break shirt. You kids don't notice, but this is just get me to Utah. This is off the hook. Okay. It's a really cool shirt. Anyway, so today we got a couple good tweets. Dr. Octagon, we'll get into that at the end. And a few others. So let's get right to it here. I'm ready to do it. So let's go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wrong way. I want the other way. There we go. All right. So we're about to do this. Number 5. Here we go. So our first tweet coming from the super fan. This is McGregor Rousey. I don't know. It's probably one of these guys. I really like this picture. Me hopping in the cage and running 2-on-1 when Rob starts losing. So big fight this weekend. We know it's Izzy and Robert Whitaker. Look at that guy. He's ready to go. He's going to go help Rob. If Rob's losing, super fans running in, ready to square up with Izzy, make it a 2-on-1. But if you're a regular person, Izzy probably beat both of you up. So that's a go on from McGregor at McGregor Rousey. Boom. Let's go to number 2. This is from, again, Fight Picks that go hard. They just did one with Bisping I had on here. This is another cool one. Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier in 2019 agreeing to meet in the center of the ring in round 5. And Max really took a beating that night from Dustin. That really showed us what Dustin was really all about at that weight class. But Max was a super warrior, as always, that night. And, Max is getting up, ready to meet him in the center, no matter what. Like, Max Holloway is like, that guy's ready to die when he fights. So check that tweet out. That's a cool picture. Andy Hickey, MMA, making his first appearance, I believe, on the show. Tomorrow marks 2 years since John Jones last competed in the UFC. What a waste. Yeah, me and my buddy I watch all the fights with really say that John really wasted a lot of his prime. Legal troubles, fighting with promotions, bulking up for heavyweight, PEDs, suspensions. I mean, guys really wasted his prime. I mean, Derek Lewis will fight 5 times a year, and John Jones hasn't fought in a couple years. So, Andy Hickey, good point. Waste of probably the greatest fighter of all time. Next up, this is for the young kids. You know, the old kids will know what this is. The granddaddy of all. This is an Atari, everybody. If you've never seen an Atari, kids. Now it says, have you ever played the Atari system? Yes, I played it. I never owned one. I had a computer, like a Commodore 64, but a lot of my boys had the Atari right there. I got in the first generation Nintendo, but River Raid was my game. So if anybody watches this, I don't know if anybody watches this shit, but if anybody watches it, River Raid was my game. You could write what your game was. River Raid, though, with the little airplane. Love that. Next up. This is from ShookGuy 1, Guy Shook. Using tiny, this is for the old dudes like myself, especially on Twitter. Like I'm 42, that's real old for Twitter. Using tiny nail clippers to cut nose hairs was not something anyone prepared me for once I hit my 40s. And then the dude below is older. He's got a very similar situation with stuff growing out of his ears. So he's got a monitor. It's hard to know what's growing out your ears, by the way, young boys. But yes, the nose hairs keep growing as you get older. I got that wand thing, but every once in a while I got to go in there with the tweezer, pluck it out, makes you sneeze, right, ShookGuy? Makes you sneeze. Every time you'll sneeze when you grab a good nose hair. Anyway, young boys, when you're older, you'll think back to this and be like, that old asshole was talking about this. Yes, this is a true statement. Guy shook. True as day right there. Next up, this grossed me out, and I don't get grossed out much, guys. Like, I really don't. I can handle most things. This is from Dana White. Pound for pound, the best fighter in the world, Usman. Whatever. It's arguably there, Dana. He had hand ligament surgery. This is before and after. This is gross. Like inside Usman's hand. I didn't know what it was when I first saw it. I mean, what is that stuff? I guess that's what it looks like inside your hand, but there's no blood there. It's just white in there. And I don't know, man. Good luck to Usman, but that picture is freaking gross. Next, this is from Megan M2. Now, Megan gets into some shenanigans on Twitter. But she puts out some decent stuff. I like this tweet actually from her. I get that it's tucked into his shirt, but where does it actually go? There's no bump under his shirt. So does FBI know about this shit? That's not a bad tweet, Megan. Now, I read the thread a bit. They say that he tucks it in and puts it behind his neck. And you can see kind of behind goes maybe under that collar and behind. More interesting to me was how jacked that dude is in the pool picture. And I feel like I commented on your post. Buffer, Rogan, Dana White, that ref, all super jacked. Like, I mean, like, are they all on the same stuff? Because dude is jacked. I mean, look at him, he's ripped. So that's what my more thought is. I get the crazy beard thing, man, and I get what you're trying to say. I think they solved your question, but being jacked, man, these dudes over 50, they're freaking ripped. All right, it's one of my favorite guys here, Brandon the Truth. Alexander Gustafsson said that Kazmat Chimaev just popped up at the gym one day, and they were like, who the fuck is this guy? Yo, that's crazy. Imagine you're like Gustafsson in Real Fighters, and this dude shows up with the scar on his face, and he's like, I just want to smash people. And he's just wrestling dudes. That'd be crazy, like, just imagine that guy just rolling up, popped up at the gym. Nobody vouched for him. Like, nobody's like, hey, I got a guy we're bringing in. This guy just shows up. Starts rolling. So funny tweet there, Brandon. All right, so this is my man Josh. He talks at the angle. You all know Josh, right? He's usually got a thing on his head, baking some shit at work. He's always like this at the screen. No, you know how Josh gets the angle, right? Josh gets the angle. So he says, honestly, thank God I'm a loner. Josh, you might be a loner in the real world. But on Twitter, man, you're like the man, bro. I mean, everybody loves you on Twitter, I think. Anybody that doesn't love Josh on Twitter, something's wrong with you. So you're not a loner in the Twitterverse, my man. So Josh, this goes out. This the wrong side? This goes out to you, Josh. Okay? Next up. All right, this is Mike's MMA Picks. For some reason, I've been getting the itch to see Frankie Edgar versus Eli Topuria. Battle-tested legend versus confident young gun. The clock is ticking. Bro, please don't do this to my man Frankie, bro. Like, look, Mike, I'm a Jersey guy. Frankie has a gym in North Brunswick. I grew up in a town next to that. Don't do this to Frankie, man. Like, this isn't a game where your chin repairs or you repair when you get older. Frankie's been through wars. He's got nothing to prove. He doesn't need to be fighting these young lions anymore. We don't want this for Frankie. Frankie is well spoken. Let him do something else, man. Like, don't do this to him. Like, you don't want this on Frankie, right? Like, what? Why, Mike? Why? All right, so this goes out to Booger Beard. My video today did 10,000 views almost, and no one said they wanted to off me. The haters are becoming my lovers. Yo, Booger Beard, this dude is amazing. I don't know if you don't know Booger Beard. I started following him. I was his 600th follower. He followed me back. Now he's at like 20-something thousand followers, getting hugged by Izzy Adesanya. I don't know. I did check that video, 97K. That's quite amazing, and he didn't really say much. I mean, he doesn't usually. So anyway, big ups to my man Booger Beard. We came on this at the same time. Obviously, you are somebody and I'm nobody. But anyway, good stuff, Booger Beard. And nobody wanted to kill you. All right, so this is a serious topic, everybody. I'm on this tweet as well. At 11 a.m. this morning, final decent conversations were taking place at 6 p.m. tonight. He's gaining ground. Terry Martin story. So this is, I'm asking for an update on my buddy Chris Leben. Leben is my guy, follows me. We talk a bit in the DMs. One of my favorite fighters when I was, middle of my descent into MMA fandom. Dr. Octagon, I think, is his manager. So Chris, fighting COVID and complications, was in the hospital. So my thoughts, I don't really pray, but my thoughts are with Chris Leben. And the Terry Martin background is he was getting rocked by Terry Martin, guys, and he came back and knocked Terry Martin out. So what Dr. Octagon is saying is that Leben is going to knock out this as well. So he's fighting off the ropes. Typical Chris Leben fashion. I'll be thinking of Chris. If you pray or you think of people like I do, I just think of like to the sky and hope that things get better. Keep Chris Leben in your thoughts. Christopher Leben, we love you. You put on some great shows for us, and you're a good guy. You communicate with your fans like myself, and keep fighting. And I'll see you in the DM soon, Chris. And do your thing, bud. So that's it for the show today, everybody. I will see you guys soon because it just happens every day almost now.